All right, we're almost out of this section. Finish line is here for 6.3. All right, so we have to keep in mind that we're trying to divide radicals here. And when dealing with radicals, we want the radicand to be the same as another so we can do things with that. So with this, we're not going to be able to turn 10 into 30, but we can turn 30 into terms of 10. What I mean is 30 is the same thing as 3 times 10, which means radical 30 is the same thing as radical 3 times radical 10. All right, so if we're good and solid with this fact, that means that I have 3 radical 10 over 12 times radical 10 times radical 3. Now, this seems like a lot, but I'm breaking it down for illustrative purposes. So all of this, if we kind of if I tear apart the fraction going in reverse from what we're used to with multiplication, there's one word that means all that, and I cannot think of it. But what I'm saying is this is the same thing as 3 times radical 10 over 12 times radical 10 times radical 3. Let me extend that. Now, to make sure everything has a pair, in other words, every denominator has a numerator, I can multiply everything by 1. I'm not changing anything. So this problem, again, to take a step back, we could say is the same thing as 3 over 12 times radical 10 over radical 10 times 1 over radical 3. Now, we can simplify 3 over 12 to be 1/4 because they share a factor of 3, so I'm going to divide each part by, I should have done it this direction. And so 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Boom, we have our new fraction, 1/4. Now here, anything divided by itself is 1. And here, there's nothing else to simplify or change. Okay, so 1/4 times 1. Well, anything times 1 is just itself, times 1/3. And how you multiply fractions is straight across, so 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times radical 3 is 4 radical 3. And I have my answer. Now, if I didn't want that radical in the denominator, which all we got to do is rationalize it, right? So if I didn't want that denominator, let's see, that means I'm going to take 1 over 4 radical 3 and multiply that by 4 radical 3, 4 radical 3. 4 times 4 is 16. Radical 3 times radical 3 is 3. And then 1 times anything is itself. So 16 times 3 is 3248. And I can simplify that. 4 goes into 48 12 times, leaving 1, or radical 3 over 12. So it depends. If they want us to rationalize the denominator, our answer is radical 3 over 12. If they just wanted us to simplify, how I would define simplify is 1 over 4 radical 3. Some math teachers are going to disagree with me. Others are going to be like, yeah, I don't see why we do more for illustration purposes. That's good enough. I'm in agreement with them both. At this point, you decide which one you want to practice. Best practice is to get it to radical 3 over 12, but I would accept for most credit, most meaning you'd still get 9 out of 10 points for it, I would still accept 1 over 4 radical 3.